March of 2024, a YouTuber named Moreno uploaded a video titled, "We Got Attacked in an Abandoned House in England" to his channel Explomo. His channel specializes in producing professional documentary-style urban exploration videos that offer an authentic and in-depth storytelling format, typically aiming to capture the unique history and significant events tied to the locations. In this particular video, Moreno along with two of his friends were filming a mini-series in the UK and had ventured into an abandoned house located in the middle of nowhere. During the initial minutes of their exploration, they thoroughly documented every section as they typically do, and were absolutely fascinated and intrigued by the various items that they had discovered. The majority of their exploration went smoothly, as the duo was able to explore most of the building without any issues, and enjoyed their time while doing so. They eventually decided to end their exploration and leave the building. After filming their outro, they began making their way out of the house. However, as they approached the exit, they suddenly noticed an angry woman and a man outside, who then aggressively started confronting them.
What do you break in?
No, we didn't break anything.
Get the fuck out now.
Get out. Please stay calm. We didn't break anything.
Get out. You're breaking in.
No, we're not broke. We're coming out right now. Take your time.
Yes, you're breaking in.
We didn't break in. I have GoPro footage of us entering. We encountered. We're getting out right now. Call the cops if you want, but we're getting out right now, so there's nothing to worry about.
The group of individuals who appeared to be the homeowners were absolutely infuriated and aggressively began confronting the explorers, accusing them of breaking into the house, despite the trio repeatedly insisting that they had not, and that the house was open when they had initially entered. The explorers, doing their best to de-escalate the dangerously escalating situation, adopted a respectful approach, explaining that they were simply documenting the place and had neither stolen nor damaged anything inside. However, despite their efforts to communicate and clarify, the couple only grew more furious, and eventually escalated the situation further by attempting to steal one of the explorers' bags.
We're getting out right now, so there's nothing to worry about.
How many with you?
We didn't steal 3 people.
Why 3 people?
Where's your bash now?
Where's the rest?
We just, huh?
You're inside, just be calm.
Yo,
Yeah.
you break in!
Hey, we're getting out right now. Leave my stuff. Leave my stuff. We're not physical.
It is
Call-
private!
We're getting out right now.
Property!
We're getting out right now.
Why you break in?
We didn't break in. We found it like this. Yeah, call the cops. Call the cops. Let the cops come. We're getting out right now.
How many are there?
3 people, sir. We're really just making pictures, that's all.
Yeah, but you've broken into the property.
No, we've not. We've just only entered. It was like this.
Alright, you need to come out then.
Yeah, we're getting out right now.
It's on the way, so you better fucking get out now.
Yeah, we're getting out. We will wait for the police with you.
The police are on the way, so it's out your best interest to get
Yeah,
all
I know.
you to get out.
My friends are climbing out of the window right now.
Well, come out the front.
Yeah, I'm coming out. But just
Don't get physical.
don't get physical to me, okay? Listen, I'm not a violent person, I'm respectful. If you're not physical, I'm getting out right now and I will wait till the cops are here with you.
As the situation took a very dangerous turn, the group continued to confront the explorers, ordering them to leave the house. However, the trio insisted they would wait for the police, explaining they did not feel safe while the group continued to be hostile and confrontational. Disturbingly, at one point, one of the individuals had to step in and ask the woman to calm down, realizing that she had completely lost control. While it is understandable that the individuals were angry with the explorers, escalating the situation to this extent seemed excessive, especially since the explorers had remained respectful despite their growing hostility. Although the group maintained their aggressive stance, the explorers eventually left the house after one of the individuals assured them they would not be physically attacked once they stepped outside.
No, I've got no idea. If obviously pulled away the boarding.
Then why you break in? You break inside.
We didn't
you
break
went
in.
inside the house.
We went inside, but
But
we
why?
did not force our way in.
You not see the sign? It's private and keep out and the danger and all this not seen.
I understand and I'm very sorry for it. We just make pictures.
I call you, you record already my camera. I'm CCTV camera, I have it for you. You are now in the CCTV camera.
Yeah, okay. I mean, My sincere excuses and apologies. We're just there for like documentation purposes. We got.
And I know I'm watching you since a couple of hours. I saw you crossing,
Yeah.
walking, couple
Yeah.
of hours. You are here, and this
Yeah.
walking immediately now. I saw it now. Fresh.
Because we make pictures.
I promise.
Stop. Did you went inside the property?
I
We
understand.
went inside, but this window.
You
was
break
locked.
this and
No.
you break other window.
No, we did not. Document.
Go hobby and damaging other property people.
No, we
because that's a hobby.
We
It's a
don't
hobby.
damage anything.
It's a fucking hobby.
It's my
Yes,
biggest
please.
hobby and passion. I visit over 1,000 locations
Right, you
in
need to
40
calm down.
different
There's people in here.
countries.
Calm down. The police are going to deal with it.
I'm happy that you're actually protecting this place so well, because otherwise it would not. Yeah.
Could you tell us a little bit more about the background of it?
We can't.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, I understand it's private. But did you know the people that live there?
I'm no comment. I can't say anything, mate.
Please don't say anything.
You just said it, man.
No problem. It's just a question, right?
Yeah.
The explorers continued their intense discussion with the group, clarifying their identity, the purpose of their visit, and most importantly, assuring them that they had neither broken into nor taken anything from the house. However, the group continued its aggressive behavior once again and escalated the situation further. After going back and forth for several minutes, this heated altercation finally came to an end when the police arrived at the location and took immediate action. The officers later explained that this was a civil matter, specifically a case of civil trespass, meaning it was not primarily a crime unless the property owner decided to pursue legal action. And in a surprising twist, the group was not the rightful property owner, as the house no longer had one and was open and accessible. Considering this new detail, it made the group's confrontational and aggressive behavior toward the explorers even more baffling, since they weren't actually the homeowners. The explorers later suspected that the group might have been squatters or some other unauthorized occupants who were living on the property, but they remained unsure about who they really were and why they acted in such an aggressive manner. Nevertheless, the explorers ultimately chose to focus on the positive side of the situation, expressing gratitude that despite their harrowing experience, they were able to explore the building and were extremely grateful that they successfully documented this abandoned house. If you've enjoyed the video so far, it would mean a lot if you considered subscribing. Over 95% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. Your support really helps the channel grow, and in return, I promise to keep bringing you guys the best quality content. Now let's get back to the video. In April of 2025, a YouTuber named Jared uploaded a video titled "Exploring an Amazing Abandoned Mall" to his channel, Jared Coker Urbex. His channel primarily focuses on urban exploration, and he often documents the raw, real-time experiences of his expeditions. His channel's main objective is to highlight the history of these forgotten sites, and also to showcase the overall challenges and inherent risks he encounters. In this particular video, Jared decided to explore one of the largest enclosed abandoned shopping centers, known as the Metro Center Mall, situated in Jackson, Mississippi. As Jared began his exploration, he initially circled the property, searching for any possible entrance, while also keeping an eye out for security guards or surveillance cameras. During the initial minutes of his search, he did spot a white pickup truck driving in and out of the mall, but he remained concealed and undetected, successfully avoiding any unwanted attention. For the next several minutes, he continued his search for an entry point, and eventually made his way towards the back of the building. Fortunately for him, he found an open door nearby, and finally gained access to the abandoned mall. Jared then navigated through that section, and ultimately reached the main building. However, as soon as he arrived in that area, that's when things started to take a turn for the worse for Jared.
I've been doing YouTube videos for this channel since like 2019, 2020. I have never done them all, but the day is finally here. Like I already said, I've tried malls, but they're always just undoable or gone already. Look what we have here. I knew this was going to be good. This is already one of my favorite places ever, and I've been here for 10 minutes. These tire tracks. Like entire vehicles being driven through here, it seems like. I remember this is recent too. The final store left this place in 2022. So this has only been left for about 2 years. I hear people. I hear voices. I don't want to just assume that any other people in here are other Explorer people too. I don't know for sure, but just to play on the safe side, I'm going to try to avoid anyone. Dang it, but I want to go down that way. That's where they're coming from. It's hard to tell, but it's definitely that direction. Where should I go? Can't see anyone.
After hearing distant voices emanating from the building, Jared ultimately concluded that the security guards were responsible for causing them, especially since he had seen the pickup truck driving in and out of the mall earlier, and suspected that they might have entered the building. Jared, realizing this, wisely chose to avoid investigating or exploring those areas, as he did not want to risk detection, especially this early into his exploration. He then left that section and made his way toward the upper levels. For almost the next 10 minutes, he continued to explore that area, all while sharing the mall's brief history with his viewers. Although he did hear the noises during this time, they were relatively distant, and it seemed as though no one else was currently in that wing. Jared, now feeling relieved and confident, kept making his way through the mall and decided to check out one of the stores. However, as he was walking through that section, that's when he encountered something once again.
I don't want to dwell too much on one area because I feel like those voices were headed my way. Preferably, I'd like to see them from a distance so I can gauge who they are and make sure that's not anyone. It's the American Deli. What am I hearing? There's so much banging going on. We gotta go over there. What are they banging or moving around? Oh, dude, look over there. There's a dude there. Looks like he's in like camo, like an army vest. He just went behind the awning thing there. I don't know who that is, but I don't want him to see me, so I'm gonna try to stay out of sight for the most part. I wonder how well I'd be able to run out of here if I needed to. Like fast. All the banging stopped. I still hear voices though. I don't know, he was messing with something over there. I think there's a forklift. This could be scrappers, and scrappers can be dangerous because they have tools and weapons, and they sure wouldn't want to be on camera. Dude, I want to explore this place and relax, but these people are freaking me out. Is where I saw Camo Guy walk down. I know him and whoever else is here. It's down that way somewhere. I don't hear anything though, but I'm going to be quiet. I guess I'll just turn this into a Jared Coker Urbex ASMR video.
As soon as Jared heard the loud bangs and voices, he immediately headed in their direction to investigate, but was startled to see an individual just a few feet in front of him. By this point, he had realized that his initial theory about the security guards was incorrect, and that the person might be a scrapper or a maintenance worker, given the constant loud bangs and the sound of power tools he was hearing, which resembled the noises typical of their work. Acknowledging the potential risk of encountering either of these groups, Jared left that section and made his way toward the ground floor. However, as soon as he reached that level, that's when he stumbled upon something extremely alarming.
I know it's not smart for me in this current situation to be standing here in the middle out in the open like this, but as far as I know, those people don't know I'm here. So if I don't hear them, then they're not around because they're not just going to be being quiet for no reason. I took a picture of my notes. What are they doing down there? I'm hearing like big machines being moved. Those are either scrappers or they're workers. Either way, I don't want them to catch me. So we have to keep doing this video around them. All right, I just won't go that way for the time being, but we still have this whole mall behind me. This shouldn't be that hard to explore around them. This place is giant. The only problem is I only know of that one exit, so if they're over by that, then we're screwed, but they're on the opposite end right now, so I'm gonna keep on going. Whoa, what was that? What am I hearing? It sounds like they're above me. That sounds like someone walking. Oh, I hear the voices again. And what's above me? Is that just natural building clicking noises? Because it's all falling apart?
After hearing the distinct sound of footsteps directly above him, Jared suspected that there might be multiple groups of scrappers scattered throughout the building. This suspicion was primarily fueled by the fact that every time he heard the noises and tried to move away from the source, it seemed to originate from a completely different direction. Considering these circumstances, he immediately jumped into action and started walking away, trying his best to distance himself as far away as possible from the commotion. However, despite his best efforts to escape, the noises didn't stop and continued to grow louder, as if the scrappers were intentionally following him, or perhaps even attempting to box him in.
You can hear them. They're coming back. And I'm walking right towards it. Hard to tell where it's coming from. It's definitely down that way. We already knew that. I don't know where they disappeared to, if I stopped hearing them when I was over here the first time, and then also didn't hear them back where I was. This is what we're here for. There's no sign of anyone. I don't hear anything anymore. I don't know where they went, but maybe they just left. Maybe they have another way out. I want to get a nice little vantage point so I can peek around a corner, see if I can see them. Obviously, I'd like to be more thorough with this, but with potential threats across the building from me, I don't know how much more I'll be able to see. If I go down to that wing and they see me, then I'm actually not sure how well I'd be able to just run back and find my exact way out. I know it's down this way below me, so I'm going to be already on the bottom floor. I'm going to start heading down that way, see how far I get. Every now and then it goes quiet. Over there. It's a mirror.
By this point, Jared was thoroughly overwhelmed by the constant voices and loud bangs that seemed to originate from all corners of the building. But despite his growing concern, he didn't leave or end his exploration. Instead, he took a moment to compose himself and chose to remain inside the building for almost the next 15 minutes. During this extended period of exploration, he continued to navigate through the remaining parts of the mall, and it did appear as though the scrappers had left the premises by then, as he didn't hear or see anything unusual during this time. Jared by now had explored most of the building, and the situation had also significantly calmed down. He ultimately decided to end his exploration and successfully managed to leave the building. Nonetheless, Jared later reflected on his experience, mentioning that he was extremely fortunate to have remained undetected and hidden throughout the entire encounter, and was genuinely relieved to have explored and escaped the abandoned mall without any harm. In November of 2025, a YouTuber named Chris Hill uploaded a video titled "Crazy Encounter While Exploring an Abandoned Prison" to his channel Urbex Hill. Chris's channel mainly focuses on urban exploration, and he often documents footage of his adventures exploring various abandoned locations, most of which are based in the United States. In this particular video, Chris decided to explore an abandoned prison located in Cleveland, Ohio. As Chris began his exploration and stepped inside the building, he was surprised to notice that the structures inside were relatively well preserved, with most of them still appearing operational, given that they had functioning electronics and power. This not only indicated that the building had been recently abandoned, but also suggested that the surveillance cameras and motion detectors might still be functional and could potentially trigger any alarm systems, and therefore compromise his exploration. But Chris, drawing on his experience as an urban explorer, took note of this detail and wisely chose to avoid those areas and carefully navigated his way through the building. Over the next several minutes, he continued exploring the prison, and everything appeared to be going smoothly for him, as he neither heard nor saw anything unusual during this time. However, his peaceful and quiet exploration was abruptly interrupted when he suddenly heard the sound of power tools being operated somewhere inside the prison.
Looks like inmates were trying to break out. That's crazy. It legit looks like they were trying to break out. No inmates beyond this point. Wow, it's hard to believe this place is abandoned. It's really creepy just sitting in here alone like this.
After hearing the noises and realizing that people were indeed inside the building, Chris immediately ran into one of the rooms and began hiding. During this time, he suspected that they might be maintenance workers or scrappers who were either sealing off the building or actively trying to tear it apart. But regardless of their identity, it was clear that he did not want to encounter either of these groups. With this in consideration, he stayed hidden inside the room for almost an hour, waiting for the noises to stop and hoping the people would leave the building. Fortunately for him, his patience paid off as the noises eventually ceased, and it appeared that the individuals had left the building by now. He then left that wing and chose to explore the remaining parts of the building. However, approximately 15 minutes into his exploration, as he was walking through the main hallway, that's when he stumbled upon something extremely disturbing.
I think they left. I don't hear any noise. They must have been like contractors or something. It sounded like they were using power tools. You could see. Oh shit.
After hearing the noises echoing from the far end of the hallway, Chris immediately ran away and slipped into one of the nearby rooms, doing everything he could to remain hidden and stay out of their sight. However, despite his best efforts, it didn't take long for them to discover him, and before he could fully process the situation or decide on his next move, he launched into a desperate run to escape as he heard the distinct sound of a dog barking and rapidly closing in on him.
It's the police.
Despite his utmost efforts to escape the police and the K9 unit, every possible exit Chris tried was closed, and his attempts were proving unsuccessful. At one point, he even tried to use the door he had initially entered through, but he realized that it had been sealed off earlier by the workers. With no other choice but to find a way out, Chris refused to give up and continued searching for any possible escape route, desperately hoping he wouldn't get caught and arrested for trespassing. After repeatedly trying every possible door to exit the prison, Chris finally located an open one and immediately bolted through it, desperate to escape the building. However, his relief was short-lived, as the police quickly spotted him even after breaking free from the building and launched a relentless pursuit through the dense forest surrounding the prison. This intense and grueling chase lasted for several minutes, as Chris pushed himself to the absolute limit. But despite the overwhelming odds, he managed to outpace the officers and their K-9 units, ultimately escaping this harrowing encounter. Although this entire situation could have gone wrong in so many different aspects and could have most likely ended with severe consequences, Chris was incredibly fortunate in the end, as his determination and quick thinking paid off, ultimately allowing him to evade capture and successfully avoid any charges of trespassing or any other criminal offenses.